Hello everybody. Man, it's nice. It's nice to be back with the with the official stream setup, huh? Um yeah. So it's been a rough couple of weeks, not going to lie. It's been a rough the last couple of weeks. But I think that unless anything bad happens again, we should be back on a regular schedule from now on. First, a couple of things. We're going to finish up this league. This is the list that we started playing last week. We were playing it in. I was doing a stream from my brother's computer, and we started a league that I was not able to finish due to some time constraints. So we're gonna start there. We're gonna finish that up. Then we're gonna play another league. But first of all, we made it to 750 followers to the channel, so that's awesome. Thanks everybody for supporting the channel. Thanks for following and for helping the channel grow. That is awesome, and I will give you some prime times for your love. But yeah, not only that, what that means is that we will be doing a bridge stream. I think it's gonna be this week. We're gonna be playing a bridge list. I still have to figure out which list I'm going to be playing. Um, this is like the latest I had. This was from a donation by Inquisitor Jesus, but that was gonna be the other announcement that I was gonna make. Is the fact that he chose for me to instead stream some Amulet Bloom. This is the list that Pond Wine used to take down the challenge, the modern challenge in Matching Online this past weekend. He kicked ass, and I will actually be invited him. I will actually be invited him tomorrow, and the two of us will do a stream. We'll stream like at least one league with this amulet list, and we'll see how that goes. Why are lists running Coalition Relic now? Because the card is great. It single-handedly jumps you from 3 to 5 mana, which means that you only need one more land drop in order to cast a Titan. And it helps you, it adds enough mana. Damn, we already have our first subscriber of the day, DRN6589. Thank you very much for that Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you for the support and welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. That's awesome. Thank you very, very much. I was explaining. So, Coalition Relic also by itself gives you double blue under Blood Moon, so you can transmute your Tolari Wests, as well as double green in order for you to cast your Primetimes. So, it does all sorts of good stuff, and I have been very impressed by it. In fact, I think I want to be playing a second one in the list, but well, we need to like finish this league up before we fire up a new one with some changes to the list. But yeah, so thanks everybody, and stay tuned because tomorrow we'll do the stream of Amulet Bloom with Pond and Wine as guest, and then probably on Thursday, maybe on Thursday, very likely on Thursday, we will be doing a bridge stream because we made it to 750 followers. Now our next follower goal, I was trying to figure something out, and what I figured is I have been very, very impressed by this deck lately. I think this is secretly one of the best decks in Modern right now. It got second at the Modern GP in Toronto, and it's just a really, really good prison deck. I need to get a fourth to Lair West, but that's the only change I need to make. But this deck has been very, very, very cool, and it's a ton of fun. So I don't know whether everybody will be interested in me streaming this, but we'll see. If you guys have any other suggestions for the 1,000 follower goal, by all means, run them by me. And we might be able to change that if you guys don't want to see Whir Prison. I think the deck is really sweet, and I'm probably going to start playing some of this. But yeah, I basically got tired of losing to Susurrus playing it. Can beat them, join them, huh? If you can't beat them, join them. Alright, Orim 67. This player is an insane Legacy Dredge player. Like, he wins a lot. Like, really a lot. This hand is very, very interesting, but I think it's actually great. We only need a single bounce land in order to enable our like transmute and whatnot shenanigans. So I think I'm going to keep this. Let's see what Orim is on. Is this burn? Flame slash. So this is probably something like Titan Shift. Sweet. Okay, so we're going to play second Tolaria here. Then we're going to play another Tolaria. Ooh. I guess that's not Titan Shift. Oh, maybe he's playing like the stupid, what's his name deck. Never mind, we don't need to transmute for anything. We're good. We're good. Just don't worry about us. So we're gonna play Mage here. Transmit for our Amulet and pass the turn. Buenas, Sergio. Buenas. So my opponent is dead here? I guess they chose to tap out for whatever reason. That's good for me. Yep, my opponent is indeed very, very dead. So I have the Sunhome in hand, so I can 16 my opponent. Or here, which is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to Pact for Azusa. 1, 2. They just concede. Okay, cool. What are they on? They're playing Snapcaster Mage. Maybe they're just on Blue Moon. Maybe they're just on Blue Moon. So I probably want this. They're for sure playing Blood Moon. That part we know kind of for sure. So we're gonna be doing some of this. We can side out one Azusa. We can side out a couple of Scouts since we still. Well, actually, I kind of want Azusa. Never mind. We can side out one Pact against Blue Moon. I probably don't want Colony Garden because I was gonna take out Caviar Crystals, but I kind of want white sources for Celestial Purge. It's Breach. Yeah, it's possible. It's Breach, Blue-Red Breach. It's some kind of Blue Moon strategy. That part we know for sure. So they are 100% playing Blood Moon. Whatever it is that they're doing, they're playing Blood Moon. That's the part that we care about. What else can I take out? Coalition Relic is going to work overtime. Maybe I just take out all Scouts. We're going to have 2 Explorers, 4 Asusas, 4 Amulets as ramp. That's probably alright. And this, by the way, is the reason to run Explorer, right? When you're siding out your Scouts, you are still not dead in the waters because you are too slow. So by having access to Explore, you're able to still ramp anyway. Just watch the recap of the 1-7 stream. King Cantona 3, sweet. Are you talking about you just watch it on YouTube? Because I have no idea when that happened. If I'm gonna be honest with you. So you'll have to, if you have any question or anything like that, you will need to help me out there. Yeah, let's do -1 Trinket Mage. Yeah, let's try this. Yes, please. This hand is awesome. This hand is awesome. So I don't really care about what they're gonna be able to do on turn 2. So I'm going to tap out here for Amulet. This will allow me to have either Negate or Spell Pierce, access to Negate or Spell Pierce next turn. a braid. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So we'll do this and pass the turn. Next turn we can explore. He may be siding Pyromancer. Yeah, well, that's actually a possibility. That's frightening, actually. That's a solid draw. So now I don't need to let the guard down. That's a very good draw. So now they have access to Cryptic, which is mildly annoying. I always get lead on steerings. Tolaria is solid. Tolaria is solid. I'm not going to tap out for Explore because Cryptic wrecks me. I might die here to like... I'm gonna play Vesuva on Island. I might die here to like end of turn Cryptic, which will force my hand to Spell Pierce into untap and Blood Moon. I might die to that, but I guess there's still outs anyway. Cryptic, Bounce, Simic. Maybe I shouldn't have tapped out for steerings. It's just like if my opponent doesn't do anything, it's just so bad for me not to do nothing. For me to do nothing. Alright, so they're digging for that Blood Moon. Oh, okay. Okay, second Pierce is kind of nice. How do we sequence here? I think I want to play out this Sanctuary, bouncing the Mine. I'm gonna bounce the Mine here. Keep developing our mana. We don't have to discard to hunt size, which is very good. Okay, here it comes. Something's gonna happen here. Let's see what it is. Something is definitely gonna happen here. Well, that's unimpressive. That's very impressive. I played Amulet at GP Toronto in 2011-4. My only experience with deck was one of your streams and your Cyberguard. Good stuff. Sweet, awesome, Rixile TV. Glad that I could be helpful. Glad that I could be helpful for you. Let's lead on the bait first. Oh, I'm stupid. I wanted to. I'm dumb. I wanted to click the amulet first. Well, I guess that happened. Change your plans. Change your plans. If they, yeah, if they negate this, that's awesome for me. Pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we negate this. Okay. Titan? Never lucky. Never lucky. Okay, so we're gonna lead on Amulet here. Maybe we... No such luck. It would be nice to find a cavern here. Sweet. Awesome. So now we get to transmute for a pact. And hopefully my opponent doesn't Blood Moon us this turn. Or doesn't breach us again. Because a board of 6 permanents is very nice to Emrakul breach. Hopefully they have like Snapcaster through the reach. That would be sick. Please have Snapcaster. Yes! Yes! This is fucking great! We drew all of our freaking counter magic. This is awesome. Oh man, I love this deck so much. I can't even. I can't. Oh, I can't even deal with this. Oh my god, we're just going to beat one of our absolute best matchups. Our absolute worst matchups, I mean. Oh, this is great. This is so good. Alright. We even get to like flat out kill them here, which is hilarious. Oh man. This is too much. This is just too much. So land for turn. We're going to do this. We're gonna haste here. We're gonna bounce this. We're gonna play out the Azusa, and then we get to play out the Garrison. And I guess we even get to play something out again. Okay, my opponent just saw the writing on the wall. That was awesome. That was awesome. Just draw all 3 of your counter magic spells. Just counter every single one of the relevant spells. Just don't worry about it. Ah, that was sweet. That was sweet. Was it incorrect for them to attack there? Maybe they just didn't think they were gonna die on the end tap. Yeah, it's actually possible that it was correct for them not to attack there. You're correct, Shotscape, because they were exactly dead. I don't think I had enough mana. Vesuva was already in play. Yeah, I was only able to 16 them. I was not able to 20 them. No, I didn't. When I had more than... I had exactly... As you can see, I had exactly enough mana to have one more land drop. And I would have needed to like bounce the Stronghold and then play it as my last land drop. So I was going to be 1 land drop short or 2 mana short of doing everything. So I was not going to be able to 20 them. Yeah, Vesuva was in play. Buenas, Rimai-san. No te había visto. Buenos días. Is the White Dash something like I should build with red? Right now, yes. With Grixis Shadow being like literally one of the best decks in the format again, somehow. We're back to this. The white version is substantially better against Grixis Shadow than the red version. Like infinitely better, like so much better. It's crazy. How have you felt with this list so far? Excellent. I played 1 league before this with this list and I 4-1'd, and now we are 4-0. So the list has been pretty damn smooth. Yeah, keep turn 4 Titan. Purge has been the weakest sideboard card, so I could very easily see Purge becoming something else. But I'm pretty sure that I won't. All of my other sideboard cards have been very good. And D-Swan 24/7, I recommend you try Relic. It has been very, very, very impressive for me. I think it is hands down like the sweetest piece of tech to come out of Dom's open winning list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're playing against the Colonnade deck. And we can transmute for... I mean, we can transmute for Cavern, or we can just draw it naturally. Which one do you guys think is better? I just choose to go for the better play. We can play around Mana Leak here. Human. We're gonna do this and this. uncounterable. Asusa is uncounterable. We're gonna play this, and then we're gonna play this. We're going to bounce Cavern, and now we're even able to play Scout as well. If they want to counter Scout, that's fine. Have Purge be a Chameleon Colossus. Yeah, that's literally what I was doing. Before I was trying Purge, I was literally running a Chameleon Colossus in place of that Purge. Okay, so now we are negate proof too. Primeval Titan. I'm gonna name Giant here, of course. Man, sometimes things just work, you know? Sometimes things just work out. Isn't this great? Oh, classic. Classic. Sweet, so I don't need to worry about I don't need to worry about paying for pack now, which is cool. Going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. So I guess we just serve. Next turn we can pay for pact and slam Titan. I am opening myself up to Field of Ruin on purpose here, because I kind of don't care. Is this a Wrath? Timely Reinforcements. You got it. It's gonna be super important. Can you just run the deck without it fairly easily? Yes. You can definitely play a Wraith or Razor. Man, I hate pronouncing that word. Razor Verge Thicket. That's the name of the card. You can definitely play that card very easily in place of the canopy, so you don't need to worry about it. Man, my opponent has all the paths. Okay, so I guess we're definitely bogging here. Now that my opponent has used up 2 paths, we're definitely bogging, and I guess refine Simic Growth? Bog Simic Growth? That sounds about right. What can we bounce? Probably bounce Garrison at this point. Or Simic. Yeah, bouncing Simic is fine. Okay, we pass the turn. Any thoughts on Hydroid Crosses in Amulet? I've seen some discussion. I see that's painful. I'm not sure where it was. That's exactly the question that I was going to ask you. What does it fix? What does it fix? Like, why do you want Crassus? Like, what's the point of having it in your deck? If the answer is I don't know, then you probably should not be running it. That's pretty much what I would say. Is this Vendilion click? Whew, that's a good click right there, especially right after we top deck the Titan. With still primarily of a Purge has been pretty great. Yeah, that's fine. What happened to Adnos? I have no idea what you mean that what's happened to Ad Nauseam. I don't know what happened to Ad Nauseam. 1, 2, 3. Transmute for Pact. Pact 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Transmute for another Summoner's Pact. Another Summoner's Pact. Another Primeval Titan. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So many Titans. I love that we packed it for every single one of our Titans. That's hilarious. Still get more lands, I guess. We're at 20, so I'm not really worried about these click clocking me. I can probably do Sun Home plus Sanctuary at this point. And we can bounce Bojuku Bog, maybe? That sounds correct. Now we have access to instant speed Bog or instant speed what's his name? Can you draw path number 3 and 4 opponent? Because that's what's gonna take. Okay, now that is really bad news. Actually, that right there is pretty freaking bad news. Okay, click serves. So I guess we go get Ballista is the name of the game here. Doyle 2801, thank you for the follow. Okay, so we are going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Pay for pact. Not a Titan, never lucky. So we can transmute Ballista for 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that sounds good. It's kind of shitty that I'm putting my Titan. This is third card, right? Yeah, third from the top. 1, 2, 3, blah 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 blah. But this Teferi is probably like it's literally the only way that I lose this game. So I am very interested in getting rid of that. So now we still have access to Bujugubog here. On next turn we start ballistaing them to death. If they attack, I'm definitely killing this. Click. That part is easy. I'm not gonna take 3 damage for no reason. My opponent probably has the Tension Sphere here. Or Wrath. Jace. Okay. They need to find an answer to this Ballista, otherwise it's going to take over the game. No, I don't want to take a turn off this one. Teferi is... So, my opponent untapping with a Planeswalker is probably like the only way that I lose this game. That is quite literally the only way that I lose this game. So, letting them untap with Teferi is not an option. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a counter here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a counter here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I think I pink here. I pink here. And I pink here. And I attack with everything at Jace. The 1 damage is just not relevant. What are they? They're ghost squattering themselves. Okay. I have no idea what this means. Attack Jace, attack Jace, attack Jace. I guess they just wanted to shuffle and get lucky with the Terminus. We can still kill Jace with this Ballista though, so that's cool. Sweet. So Jace down. Jace down. We still have more Ballista action going on here. Do I play around Crucible? I think the Bog is just more valuable in my hand. Yeah, Poke-san, yeah. How you doing? Yeah, I'm back in my house, so I have my usual setup. Detention Sphere. Okay. Imagine this is going to target the Ballista. Is this Gemstone Mine worth 1 damage? It probably is, right? At this point, like every single point of damage is actually very relevant. Cool. Explore. Coalition Relic. That's not a good showing for the card right here. The good thing is this is red mana that's not going to die, which allows me to activate both Sunhome and Slayer Stronghold. So I'd rather they kill the Azusa, so we're gonna do this here. Boom. This is gonna be red, white, and 1. That's a 3-turn clock. I mean, I guess they have Colonnade to block, so it's not really a 3-turn clock. Especially because I'm gonna need to trade with this Colonnade. Cycle this. Amulet. Sure. FD Territory, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome everybody from Territory's stream. My name is Francisco. We stream a lot of Amulet here. Do I go all in on this Azusa? They can Cryptic bounce it. I think I'll take the guaranteed damage here. I'll take the guaranteed damage here. It's gonna be 5 instead of 7. Okay. We basically need to draw a Primeval Titan here. Dino would have been a 2-turn clock. Dino is so bad. I don't like Dino at all. They're gonna probably go after the Stronghold if they are smart. Yep. That slows the clock considerably. Actually I cannot attack anymore. Damn, that was rough. Oh, they're gonna Cryptic tap? Well, that's great for me. That's a really bad Cryptic right there. This is also a below average Terminus. The only bad part about that Terminus is the fact that now I got some bad cards shuffled back into my deck, and I don't like that. If this is the Fairy, we're in trouble actually. Oh no, okay. Colonnade attack is fine. That's a Scout. Well, now that they have Cryptic in the yard, I'm actually interested in doing this. Come on, we have 1 Tolaria West, we have 1 Summoner's Pact, and we have 2 Titans that we can top deck for the win. Particularly because a Resolve Titan means this Colonnade cannot attack anymore. Damn, sometimes you're just good, you know? Sianaisa Hero. Sianaisa Hero. Thank you very much for that host. This is very interesting here. My opponent has single card in hand. I'm going to swing and double strike. Because if they have like a Cryptic or something, I want them to waste it here. They don't. Okay. So now we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Primetime resolves. Sick. So now I think at this point I don't care about the 2 damage, so I am simply going to transmute for Pact of Negation. And this should kind of seal the deal. Okay. Thank you for the follow there. I didn't quite catch your name, sorry. Spief7. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, we're definitely getting Pact of Negation. And now, unless my opponent top decks something very good, this should be game. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. We have 51 viewers. That's awesome. Thank you everybody. Yeah, they know about the pact. They're just wasting their clock. Sweet. All right. We beat blue-white. We want another cavern. We want. I'm still not sure about Hornet Queen. This is basically there because it is a threat. that's the only reason why Hornet Queen is in my deck. So we'll see how that works out. Maybe I want to slide it out again. We don't want steerings. We can shave one, I mean. And yeah, I usually don't bring in Hornet Queen, but now that I want to, I just don't think I want to. I just take it up. All right, let's see how we can do. How's the league going? We're currently 4-0. Yeah, I know Rudik or Gadoctig. I mean, the meta, I mean, what do you want those cards against? Basically, what really got me off, this hand is very good, by the way. What really got me off of Rudik Thar was, well, of course, the banning of KCI, for sure. But also the fact that the other deck that I would think I wanted against is that's the worst draw in our deck. It's the Whir Prison deck, and I lost way too many times to that deck just playing out Ensnaring Bridge plus what's his name, plus Bottle Cloister, and then me just dying to like the freaking thing. It feels really bad. I'm not gonna play around Spell Pierce. As expected, they do not have Spell Pierce. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to use this turn to transmute for Green Pact to set up next turn, and in order to entice my opponent to waste their turn on like fielding my Simic-Growth Chamber, I can still Titan next turn even if they field. So this seems like a good play. I guess my opponent wasn't having none of it, and we get the 5-0. Hell yeah, first 5-0 this season. Sweet. This is the list right here. Let's actually go to the other viewer. Amulet White. There we go. This is the list. Here we can move things around and we can make changes. Okay. Let's go over. I fell behind a little bit with chat. 62 viewers. Holy crap! Thanks everybody. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. My name is Francisco. Real quick, let me talk about this. If you haven't done that, please make sure you hit that follow button. It allows you to get notifications whenever I go live, so you can always like the channel, and you can check it out live. If you cannot check it out live, you can always go to my YouTube channel. I upload all of my streams over there. That's the link. So you can always check them back later. I usually update them the day after. Let me update the record real quick, just because it feels real good. There we go. If you want to help support the channel, you can subscribe. Damn. And you can get this awesome primetime emote that you see right here. You can use it not only here but on every single channel on Twitch. You can also follow me on Twitter. That's my Twitter handle @fbolosmtg. I usually post whenever I'm going live, and you can ask any questions or anything like that. And that's about it. Oh, if you want to see your deck played on stream, or you simply want to support the channel, you can donate to the stream, and any donation that pays for a league, basically I will play your list, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. I'll make it happen. All right, sweet. Let's catch up with chat real quick. FD territory, sweet. Is Green White Enchantress in Legacy, or is that in Modern? Because that's very interesting in Modern. I definitely recommend Amulet in Modern. This deck is awesome and a ton of fun. So answering Crazy Ship, the league is actually going very well. We just 5-0. So against Storm, DNT 24. Yeah, the matchup is bad. And that's like, if you have a lot of Storm, that's like their reason. Like, it's probably the single main reason to play the red list over the white list. And even with the red list, the Storm matchup is very, very bad anyway. So I just don't think it's worth it. It's better to just say, okay, you know, Storm, whatever, that's fine, and just move on with your life. And even with this list, I beat Storm actually quite a bit in the last couple of streams, so I don't consider that Storm is unwinnable or anything close to that. Do you consider EE versus control to killing walkers, since you can get all 5 colors, so it's pretty narrow, but also might catch attention sphere, etc.? Pokistan, you just answered your own question. Yes, I have multiple times. I have explosives for 4 to kill Jace, for 3 to keep it, to kill the detention sphere, for 2 to kill Search for Ascanta, and for 5 to kill Teferi. So as a one-off, I think it's fine. I don't think you want more than one, since you can, you know, you have access to this both with Trinket and with Tulare West. But I think that's a one-off. It's perfectly fine. Border Closer, yeah, it definitely beats Rudik Thar. I've been on the losing of that way too many times. My traditional BG Lantern and Whir for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's Lantern is whatever, but I'm not talking about Lantern. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about this person deck. I think Lantern is a fine matchup. This deck is not. This deck is actually really bad for us. Like, very, very bad. Yeah, the deck is very, very popular. Makes me want a Braid again. Yeah, a Braid, in my opinion, in my experience at least, is not good enough because this card is insane. Welding Jar is probably like the single best card in this deck, and like they have 4 Spellskite post board. So if I really wanted to target this Whir deck, I would go for something like Croson Grip or Hercules Recall. Those are the 2 cards that I thought of that I'm like, huh, okay, I can get behind that. How are your Ramunap's Excavator? It's fine. It's a little bit too cute. Ramunap is like, it's only good against Tron. It's not even that good against Scapeshift because they have a million basics. And it's basically only good if you also combo it with Azusa, which is not a given. I just think that you can have more impactful sideboard cards. I think even something like Chameleon Colossus would be better in the current meta that's infested with Death Shadow. What do you think about sideboarding once Hydro Cassis? No, that's that. I mean, why do you want that? I might as well just play Emrakul the Promised Land because before I play the Crassus, the game goes long enough, you can steerings for it, and it actually ends the game. The Crassus, you're just gonna draw like 3 or 4 cards in most situations, and you're basically never gonna pact for it because pacting for Titan, it's always going to be better than pacting for Crassus. So I don't like it. But if you want to run it, you can do whatever you want, man. I always say the same thing. Now I'm curious about your Absent Druid list. Please show. Yeah. So this is the absolute. It's not my list. There's like I think it's another streamer. I've never actually seen him stream, but his motto username is Laplace John, and he basically plays this deck exclusively. I think this deck is very, very fun. I think this deck is actually pretty good and very underplayed. But that guy like 5-0s with this list constantly, all the time. You see him in the 5-0 dump. No, the stream is not ending. We're gonna play another league. Is Tig a good card in this deck? It's fine. It basically is good. It's not good. It's okay against Storm because they can usually just cantrip and like grape shot the Tig before they grape shot your face. So it's not great, but you basically force them to draw one of their interaction card. The bad part is that they have like a million interaction cards for sideboard because they bring a lot of bounce effects and stuff. Um, win a game in 64 matches or so. I assume that you're talking about the blue-white matchup, and I agree. The card is not good there, but the card is a mainstay in my sideboard. I think this card is very, very good in our sideboard. Is Saivan in the sideboard too much of a meme? No, it definitely is not. The card is very real. The card is very real, but we are just not really. How can I say? We're not so well suited to play the Hive Mind game. If you want to play the Hive Mind game, you definitely want to be playing Pond and Wine's list. This list is very good at playing the Hive Mind game because you're not using the early turns to ramp and whatnot, because you just like usually suspend the Lotus Bloom and then go from there. So this means that you are able to first of all you play one more pact in the main and one more pact in the sideboard. So that's 7 pacts, which are enough to consider a Hive Mind kill. And also you do the turn 3 transmute way more often than you do with a non Lotus Bloom version, because you have extra blue sources in Aether Hub, Crumbling Vestige, well of course the gemstones, and the 2 Temples of Mystery. So this list plays the Hive Mind game way better. Run Minotaur Academy y una reclamation de base. Se le puede ganar, pero tiene que llevar slot de gas. Sí, bueno, es lo que estaba diciendo Erlen. Si querés jugar contra Whir y si eso es lo que querés como atacar, yo creo que hay cartas como Cross and Grip o Hurkyl's Recall me parece excelente. Esta carta es excelente contra el mazo Whir. No pueden hacer nada a no ser que sepan que la tenés y jueguen un Chalice en 2 que literalmente no contrarresta nada más en tu mazo. Entonces es muy bueno. High Mind isn't very good in Scout. You need to spend a lot of resources to get to 6 mana. Yeah, that's what I was saying. C-Half, we did 5-0, yes. Yeah, Mono Blue Throne is pretty sweet. I'm not a lover, but yeah, you're probably the advocate of Fink's Absent Coco list. I don't think that version of the deck is very good. I think that playing cards like Viscera Seer in your deck are just making your deck worse. I'd much rather play a version like this that only plays good cards. You're not messing around. You're just playing good cards throughout. I guess the worst card is Vizier of Remedies, which you are also playing in the other version of the deck. So it's like you just play more bad cards in that deck. I almost never packed for Hornet Queen. No, I don't agree at all. Hornet Queen has won me many matches. Against spirits, against humans a lot, against what else? Against Absan, like BGX or whatever. How have you found the selection approach? It was fine. It was okay. It was really good. We played against Mardu. Except it was like a version of Mardu that wasn't playing Young Pyromancer and was playing Bobs instead. And we played against that version of the deck, and my opponent slammed the Hazoret like it was game over, and I just purged it, and then we won the game afterwards. So in that sense, it was very good. Also, my opponent, they misplayed, and they already had a bridge in play, and they revealed the Blood Moon to Bob. But the previous turn I had played explosives on 3, and my opponent like slammed the Blood Moon, and I'm like, okay, crack explosives. It was pretty funny. Why does the Bloom list only play Azusa? Because it plays Lotus Bloom. This is basically what you play on turn 1. You suspend this, and then on turn 4, this gives you 3 mana, so you can hardcast your Titans and your Hive Minds. Apparently 4 Azuzas is too much for this deck. That's why we have 3 Azuzas and a Coalition Relic. I am no expert here. Pond and Wine is the real genius behind this concoction, so I can't really talk about his list. We're gonna have him tomorrow though. Tomorrow on stream we're gonna stream this list, and Pond and Wine is gonna be hanging out here as well. We're gonna be going over plays and stuff like that, so it should be fun. Kind of interested in the success of Ad Nauseam and GP Toronto and Pond winning the challenge. Any ideas what those decks found success? Well, I watched Pond's stream, and he got paired against Dredge like 3 times. So that's how you find success with with Bloom. You just get paired against Dredge 3 times in the same event. He did beat Grixis Shadow when his opponent mulliganed to like 4 or something like that. So SHRTRND, yes, it should be there. Also, does Growth Spiral give us anything? Nope, it does not. It's worse Explorer basically. Yeah, the mana cost is just too much. I'd much rather just play Explore, and that's the reason why I'm playing Explore. So yeah, I think Growth Spiler is just a bad card in this deck. As in unplayable card, as in unplayable bad, by the way. I'm not saying like as in, well, maybe there's an itch. No, I think it's just bad. You would play the full 4 Explorers before you play the first Growth Spiral, and I don't know why you would play the full 4 Explorers. I feel like all of your options are just better. So this card has been very, very impressive for me lately. I love having access to 1. And it's possible that it's correct for us to have access to 2. The Explorers have been very nice though. If you have watched my stream with any kind of regularity or something like that, you will see that I've been talking wonders of Explore since the very beginning. People hate on this card and I just don't get it. I think Explore is always above average basically. In the early game, it progresses your game plan, and sometimes it flat out wins you the game because it draws you into Titan. The fact that it doesn't cost a card makes it so this is like literally the best card in our deck against stuff like Grixis Shadow, any kind of BGX deck. This is like literally the best card in our deck. So I really don't understand why people hate on Explorer so much, but whatever, that's the case, and I'm happy that we are kind of back on this train again. However, I am considering doing this switch right here and play a second Coalition Relic and just a single Explorer. So we're gonna try this out for this coming league. And as far as the sideboard goes, I think I like my whole sideboard. We should call the deck Amulet. Yeah, man, I wouldn't go as far. I definitely would not go as far. We should just call the deck Titan, actually. We should call the deck Primeval Titan. Everything else just doesn't really matter. We should just call the deck Primeval Titan. We should get on a campaign that we just start calling this deck Primeval. What are you playing today? Oh, I'm playing Primeval Titan. Yeah. Oh, sweet. And people just know what you mean exactly. They know that you're not talking about Scape Shift or Titan Shift or none of that crap. They just know you're talking about the real Primeval Titan deck. Yeah, I don't think I would want more than 3 Explorers. I think 2 is probably the most I would play. 3, it's probably the most I would play actually. It's very nice as a complement to Sakura Tribe Scout, because if they bolt your Scout on 1, you still have plays on 2. To Relic and to Explode. Nope, I would never play less than 4 Azuzas. 4 Azuzas is a must. I don't care how your deck works, how else your deck looks. I'm playing 4 Azuzas. Then we can talk about like amount of Trinket Mages, about a Coalition Relic, but I'm playing 4 Azuzas. Then we figure out the rest. Yeah, Toolbox Titan would be like one of the most accurate names, I guess. So, Celestial Purge or Chameleon Colossus? That's the question that I want to ask here. DNT24, thank you very much for that Twitch subscription. Thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Just love the stream and interaction with the viewers. The whitelist is a blast, improving my win percentage by almost 4%. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and thanks for the support. Thanks for hanging out here. Thanks for enjoying the stream. You like Purge better than Colossus? I kind of do too. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do too. It's just like having access to like Celestial Purge against Shadow delays the unavoidable, while Colossus wins the game. You know, that is what I find so appealing about the card. Don't like wasted a slot on Chameleon if you can get packed resolve against Shadow. You're in a good spot anyway. I disagree wholeheartedly. Sometimes they will you can sometimes they will clock you with like an angler or something, and you can actually pact on turn 4 with only 4 mana in play after they've killed your scout and like all that stuff, and you can just pact on turn 4 and just land a Colossus and they can't do anything about it. So I disagree completely. I disagree that it's a wasted slot too. And not only, I mean, there were 2 BGX decks at GP in the top 8 of GP Toronto. That's a big deal right there. And Colossus is also insane against them. Colossus, it really is. It really is such a powerhouse against that Shadow. You try Banefire in the side. Yeah, so whenever you want to try a card in the sideboard, to Sergio, there we go. Whenever you try a card in the sideboard, you want to ask yourself the question, what does this fix? How does this make my X matchup better? Like, what problems do we have that this fixes? And Banefire seems like it's a one-off that we cannot tutor for. And it just gets Thoughtseize and Inquisition just the same against Shadow. And the problem against Shadow precisely is that very often you just don't make it to enough mana to cast a Titan, because they kill you before that. So that's the reason why I want to play a card that wins the game when I play it, and that it's on turn 4. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we want to go back to Sigarda if BGX comes back. I think I would play Chameleon Colossus before Sigarda. It's easier to cast, it's very good against BGX just the same, and it's just insanely better against Grixis Shadow, which is the main deck that I'm afraid of. I think I want to try this out again, though. To be fair, the Celestial Purge was actually pretty good, so... Okay, let's try this again. I'm really tempted to play Colossus though. I kind of really like that card. Gracias, Sergio. Huh. So we're playing against. If we're playing against Dredge, we have basically won the game. If we're playing against Burn, we are in a pretty solid spot. I think I'm gonna keep this hand. Like, this hand is like pretty good against a solid part of the metagame. So I think I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to lead on Caviar Crossroads on one. Opponent moves to 6, and they put a card on top. Alright. Please be Dredge. Oh, it's Burn. Okay, sweet. Ugh. I feel like I'm going to play Explosives on 1 to blow this up next turn. And I think I'm interested in playing Steerings this turn so I can get under Eidolon. Because if my opponent is... I really need to draw a bounce land here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I'm getting Colony Garden here. Colony buys me even more time. We already have access to a Titan in hand. Trinket should help us get there with This is also second green source for... Damn. My opponent's on the Swift Beer aggro draw. Have you played the mono red Phoenix deck? Matchup is atrocious. I really like the discussion in stream. Get to know the strength and weakness is quite good there. You're very welcome, King Cantona. Yeah, I definitely like talking about all of this stuff because I think it's definitely worth talking about. There's no such thing as like absolute correct answers for this deck. So, man, this is kind of shitty here. I think I'm going to take a turn off and I'm going to blow up the explosives here. I don't think I can die with my opponent's current mana situation. And I'm really valuing this Gemstone Mine counter very highly. Oh, so we are playing against the Phoenix deck. I really value this Gemstone Mine counter really highly because otherwise it's going to cost me a land drop to play this Trinket Mage, and I feel like I really want to play this Trinket Mage. Double Phoenix and nothing else. Yes. Yes. Woo. Alright, so we're going to see how the Phoenix matchup it is because we're playing against it right now. Yes, we're going to go with Amulet. And then we're going to bog my opponent. And we're going to basically win the game on the spot. Because we're still hanging out at 12 life. Next turn I play Amulet and Vesuva copying Kavira Crossroads. So I gain a couple more life. And unless they are playing main deck Blood Moon, we should be winning this one. Yeah, that bog right there, dude, was... Whew. Yeah, you got a Metamorphose. Even if they have more Phoenixes... I mean, unless they have like 2 more Phoenixes. If they have 2 more Phoenixes, then we might actually be in trouble. But if they... Oh, they just have just flat out nothing. Yeah, we're winning this game. Scout. Amulet. Vesuva on Crossroads. And am I attacking? Yes, I'm attacking. Because if my opponent has a hasty dude, I can just chump it. And by attacking with Trinket Mage here, I actually am going to deal 18 to them next turn. With a hasty Titan. So I feel like this attack is definitely worth it. Sweet. The Natty Bog. There we go. Now we have a command. Oh yeah. Thank you, MTG bot. Or we can just draw a Titan, I guess. This is game. Doop doop doop. I guess they could have double bolt, but it doesn't matter. I'm still going for it because I have another Titan for next turn, so I don't care. Also, if they double bolt, they basically die, so there's that too. Okay, so Purge sounds like the nutso here. Do we want to play Piers? I feel like Blood Moon is just so bad against us that we do want to play Spell Piers. Unfortunately. Wow, this really looks like a nightmare matchup. I can probably side out a couple of 1 or 2 scouts and bring in a couple of Path. The problem with Path is that it's uncastable under Moon, so that's a really big issue. 4 gut shots. Yeah, we can do that. I'm into that. Alright, let's try something like this and see what happens. I'm not really sure about this deck, to be honest with you. I have played very, very few matches. I've played very few matches against this deck. It seems like game 1 we are heavily favored, and then game 2s and 3s are a little bit more of an issue. So we have Blood Moon Protection. That's cool. Is this a keep? Kinda is, right? This is a path to exile, to like exile. This is a white mana for path, which can exile a Phoenix or whatnot. I'm gonna keep this. And we also have a basic forest. I didn't even talk about this. Like, this is actually, I think this is a great hand. So turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 Relic, hold that path to exile. Yeah, I'm liking this draw. We definitely just, I guess we just need a prime time and we should be good to go. Oh, no second land. Yikes. Alright, so this hand is actually very good. I love it when your hands go from like pretty good to like very good. That's just great. I think I'm gonna bounce a Simic since I'm going to Azusa, Stronghold, Simic, and now I'm going to bounce, I guess, the Stronghold. Gonna play Coalition Relic. We can even path our own Azusa if we feel like that's gonna be relevant. In fact, it could be a pretty good idea to path our own Azusa in order to make sure we have access to double green. Double Phoenix. Alright, you got the spells to get it back. They might, I guess. That's a Lava Spike. And another Lava Spike. So they do have the spells for it. So I guess we do path one of these Phoenixes, because otherwise it's going to be too much damage. With a black base sideboard. That's actually Edgar's list, and it's a fine list. It's okay. It's more of like a medical kind of thing, but it's definitely a fine list. I don't hate it. Should I preemptively EE on 3 here? Should I preemptively EE on 3? There's no way I do, right? Yeah, so sorry, Invisible Man. I got carried away by the match. Basically, that list was meant for a metagame with KCI, so they were trying to fit some like cranial extractions and cranial effects in the sideboard. However, I think that their testing, I personally have not tried that list very much, but their testing show that the best card ended up being Assassin's Trophy, which I think it's a very defensible card. It's pretty good. However, the mana in that version of the deck is just horrendous. It's very bad. I just don't think. First of all, I think currently Path is better than Trophy. Like, for example, we just Path this Phoenix, the other Phoenix, and now that's not coming back. Whereas if we had what I'm trying to say here, if we had damn it. If we had, what I'm trying to say here, oh, if we had trophied it, they would have been able to like get it back next turn. However, trophy is better against a ton of other matchups, so I think it's defensible. It's just mostly a metagame call. Play one child out of the sideboard, so good versus many met combos. So I think. I don't think I'm interested in Crypting Diluting. That seems like very low EV for us. Though maybe I am, just to prevent Bedlam Revelers. Because I'm gonna be pathing this Phoenix. That will bring my opponent up to 5 cards. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna get Crypt. And I guess I crack it right now. Okay, now we just need to find a Titan and we win the game. As talking about the chalice, I am personally not a big fan of the card. I think we are actually very weak to chalice ourselves. So I don't think I'm like super excited about. Maybe I should have done this like in my turn, so my opponent could not like bowl their own guy. They didn't, so it's fine. Light up the stage. What else did they exile? Swift Spear? Okay. Alright, so... I guess we bring on the beats. And if my opponent plays out this Swifty, then yeah, they do. I wonder why they didn't play it out last turn. Alright, as long as they don't like loot into like the nuts. Okay, a couple of mountains. That's good for us. We're testing. We are basically just... Actually, do I block here? I think I'm winning the race, right? I don't need to chump. Another amulet. This doesn't do anything. Invisible Man 72, thank you for the follow. Oh, what to do? What to do? So I swing again for 4. I feel like I'm more interested in blocking here, actually. They have 6 lands in play. They can literally cast a Reveler here. Called it. Freaking called it. Dark Reaper 110, thank you for the follow. I guess we're putting a charge counter because it's free. Prime time! Damn it! At least it's a chump blocker. Where are my Primeval Titans and Tolaria Wests and whatnot? Bring it on. This could be very bad for us. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be very bad for us. Yep. We're not trading with this guy anymore, so I think I'm just gonna let this go and use the relic to have some extra colored mana on my next turn. Alright, so Azusa is worthless now, so we can jump here and jump here. Whoops, what's up? F3, F3, F3. Okay. Alright, Primeval Titan, please. Nope. Yep. I mean, we're gonna die to not drawing a prime time. 100%. So my opponent is making a mistake here. This lightning bolt is better served killing this trinket mage. Oh, they just have lethal. Cool. Alright. So we would have definitely won if we had drawn any Titan or Tolaria West in the first 7 turns of the game. But sometimes it just doesn't work out. I'm kind of not loving the Celestial Dispel Pierces. I want something like this instead. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. Now we're gonna draw all over all of our big dudes. Ugh, I guess we keep this and are very sad about it. And this is the turn, the game my opponent keeps 7. Yeah, I'm not liking our chances here. Not loving our chances. Not loving our chance. Oh, that's good though. That's also very good. Okay, so no blood moon is the only thing I'm hoping for here. If they have the moon, then we're probably dead. Hope they kept a Phoenix hand, because we can beat a Phoenix hand. We cannot beat a Blood Moon hand. If they have both, then, well, c'est la vie. What's up? Oh, Felix, damn, I just noticed I missed your message from, like, I have no idea how long ago. Sorry about that. Lava Spike. Yikes. So we're gonna play Asusa. Going to bounce Gemstone. And we're going to play Ghost Squatter. This is so if I need to Ghost Squatter myself in order to... Oh, I messed it up. I messed it up. Really? Is this what's going on right here? Well, that's good. Speaking of, that's good. Sweet. Okay. So I'm actually going to Ghost Squatter myself here. Ghost Squattering myself, yeah, it feels very bad. But what this does is this allows me so I can fetch a basic and Bojukibok here. So I can, if they happen to kill this Titan, which is not unlikely with a Soulscar Mage in play, I can still play another Titan next turn. So I know that this is it's a weird play I just made, but bear with me. I swear there's a reason for that. Also, if they start pointing burn spells at my prime time, that means that they're not pointing burn spells at my face, which I'm happy about. Ends your life in this current meta with Burn, Mono Red Phoenix, and Easy being so popular. I don't think it's worth it. I like all of my other lands. Like every single one of the lands in my deck has a very, very real purpose. Okay, so they're going face here. I don't know if I should be scared or I should be happy. Score the critics. Okay. Oh, this is their turn? Okay, yeah. I'm good with this. I am okay with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 lands. We can pact for another Titan. We can get... Yeah, we can gain a ton of life here. Another Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Probably the thing that I'm interested in the most is in doing this kind of stuff. Just so I make sure I don't die. Now, Vesuva. Unfortunately, I actually drew the Vesuva, which is unfortunate. But this should be pretty good here. Another basic forest just in case, and do I care about anything else? Oh, they just concede. All right, sweet. Cool. I have kind of like stopped tracking my results. I should get back to that. So we're currently 2-1 versus Mono Red Phoenix. Yeah, so that matchup plays exactly as I would have expected for it to play out. If they have Blood Moon, we are in trouble. If they don't, then we kind of win very easily. If they unban Splinter Twin, would you put Amulet Titan in the shelf? Rough question. I think I probably would, because if they, for whatever reason, happen to unban Splinter Twin, which seems completely impossible, but if they happen to do that in this very impossible hypothetic, then it would probably become like 20 or 20%, 25% of the modern metagame, which is something that we cannot really realistically beat, to be honest with you. Okay, so this hand has like insane amounts of mana, like absurd amounts of mana. We have Bounce Land, we have Relic, we have Explosives to gain some time, and then we have Steerings to hopefully find the Solaria West, which would yield us a Titan. And I think what I'm doing next, unless my opponent has something, right? If they have like a discard spell or whatever, that will change my play. They do, so let's see what they take before we sequence our things. With this hand, I was going to next turn Amulet on 1. Amulet on 1, and then... very smart. My opponent is very smart. They are like, okay, so my opponent has access to like 1 trillion mana, so... Okay, so the play here, I think, is going to be Amulet. Yeah, I did play quite a bit of... a Twin myself. That deck was so sweet. Transmute. This is very... I think I'm going to get the Ballista here? Or do I just get the Canopy? This is actually super close. Do I want a redraw or do I want to... I think I want a threat. If they have another discard spell, they have another discard spell. But Ballista is like the closest that we have to a threat right now. Yeah, maybe they are on 8 rack. No, they're on BG. Okay, so they're black green. So my opponent just played their Bob into my huge Ballista. I'll take it. Green. I guess we'll lead on Steerings, because if we find the... yeah, so we found another Celestia Sanctuary. Cool. This means that I can actually replay the... We can actually bounce the gemstone. 1, and I think that since the Ballista is going to kill this Bob and still survive, I think that the land drop, the actual land drop, is going to be more valuable than the extra Ballista counter. Boom, Bob dead. I guess I can just... if they have Liliana and they minus, I'm gonna be very, very happy. Liliana and minus. Yep. This is sweet. So my Ballista traded with my opponent, two turns from my opponent and 2 cards from my opponent. That's insane. Cool. So my opponent is on straight BG, as it looks like over there. So we're just gonna do this and pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thoughtseize away. The explosives is good. If they have Liliana here, we might actually be in trouble. That guy's fine. I don't care about that one. Maybe this is a push. No. This is just my opponent fetching and eating my Ballista. You got it. Alright, Titan. Game over. We're gonna do green here. We're gonna do some more green. This is the beauty of playing, you know, 11 Primeval Titans. You're gonna draw them eventually. Let's double Titan here for value. Let's double Titan here for value. I'm into that. 1, 2, 1, 2. Bounce. Transmute. Someone respect. Pact for prime time. Play prime time. Yep, just gonna see it. Alright, sweet. Cool. So this is yet another matchup where Purge comes in and it's actually pretty relevant. We definitely want Obstinate Bailiff, we definitely want Hornet Queen. Depending on whether they have access to... Depending on whether or not they have access to Surgical Extraction is going to change my sideboarding slightly. Because if they have access to Surgical, then I definitely want to take out one Prime Time instead of taking out Summoner's Pact. However, if the opposite is true, then I probably want to take out Summoner's Pact instead of Prime Times, because I know that we can pact. I know that we can pact for Bailoff in response to a Lily Plus, but like the tempo hit is just so huge in this matchup. Also, we're playing against BG and not Jund, so I kind of want to hold. I kind of want to keep my Sacred Tribe Scouts in. So we're gonna do that. We can do -1 trinket. I probably want Coalition Relic, by the way. I want to keep 28 lands. And I cannot really upgrade, so all my other lands are better than this Cavern, so that's fine. Explore is the best card in the matchup. Probably side out one Scout. Trim one Steering, since we're bringing in so many 1-drops. I actually probably want to... I don't want that many Path to Exiles. I definitely want the Purge, though. Yeah, let's try something like this and see how it works out. I do keep 1 or 2, yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. If they have this card on 1, I'm not gonna be happy about it. They do. I imagine they're gonna, yeah, take the Scout. Thoughtseize Glitch? Ah, never lucky. Yeah, just bog me, I guess, so they don't have access to like Scamaginus Father, I guess. Field. All right, that's a problem right there. Damn it. Yeah, that's a real big issue right there. This guy is gonna kill us really quick. Damp Sphere? Holy shit, my opponent's ready. My opponent is freaking ready. At least they didn't draw a land, but that's still not half bad for them. No lands. Just never draw a land. Oh fuck. It's kind of funny that like Field of Ruin is actually like a down. Field of Ruin actually upgrades my land. That's hilarious. Thanks, dude. Now I have access to 2 colors. Yes! Yes! Coalition Relic proving its worth one more time. Actually, the correct thing to name here, I have enough green sources, so the correct thing to name here is definitely Human, so I can cast the blue guy, Trinket Mage. Scoos. My opponent cannot. Oh my god, Coalition Relic is so freaking good. I love it. So we can pact for... We can pact for Baloth. Or we can just like slam a Titan next turn. Slamming Titan is probably better, right? Yeah, I like slamming Titan. They're going to pulse the Titan, but that's fine. It's better for them to pulse the Titan than for them to pulse the Baloth. Lily plus... My opponent clicks through their attack step. So now we do green, 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 green. That's 5, 6, Primeval Titan. We're gonna do Kalni plus Tolaria? They didn't have green, they just played this Blooming Marsh. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, okay, so now they're going to probably spend their turn pulsing the prime time. Then they plus Liliana. I packed for Baloth. My opponent took all the damages. All the damages. Target player sacrifices a creature. Okay. If they play another Liliana and they minus, that's even better for me. I don't understand my opponent's play there. Pulsing the Titan and plusing. Maybe they... Well, I mean, maybe they're ghosting and they know that I have the pact in hand. Okay, let's think now. So I can... 1, 2, 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can pact and Titan again. And I can get Vesuva, Bounce Land with Kalni. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Wow, Coalition Relic has been absurd this matchup. Like, completely busted. So, Vesuva and... Do I want 2 tokens? I think I want 2 plants. Yeah, because we want 2 plants, we're gonna do that plus Simic. Vesuva plus Simic. And now we're going to... Yeah, there we go. Coalition Relic was like... It single-handedly won this game. Coalition Relic has been completely busted this game. This is a trophy here, most likely. No, that's a Tarmogoyf, which we really do not care about. Like, it's funny how little we care about this Tarmogoyf. It really is. Field of Ruin, the Bujuki Bog. You got it, opponent. I guess they're really struggling for green mana over there. For 1 green after having played Damping Sphere, I don't think my opponent can do much. This is gonna be the $1 million explosives, ladies and gentlemen. Just getting Bob, Tarmo, and Damping Sphere. Just getting it all. Just getting it all. Okay, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yes. Coalition Relic. Yep, I think that Dom's tech of finding Relic was completely insane. It really was way better. It ended up being way better than I expected initially. I was thinking, well, you know, I might just try it out, see what happens, you know. And then I'm like, holy crap, this card is completely insane. I think we go face here, right? Yeah, I think we go face. Is Ballista in the deck still? Yes, Ballista is indeed in the deck, which means that we go face. So we're gonna find Toleria. We already have a bounce land in hand. Ballista's there. Yeah, this is probably fine. And now we bounce Vesuva, sure. So now we 6 them. And now I guess we Vesuva another token? Yeah, sure. Maybe I should be like Vesuva bouncing at 1 Toleria. Next turn I can play this for turn and whatever, do whatever I want. Because I'm I'm in trouble against Maelstrom Pulse anyway. That's 1 Tarmo. I love the classic. I love the classic ballista kills. There's just something so amusing about them. That's a Scoos. Dude. Coalition Relic. Holy crap. Holy crap. So much work. Is Pen and Prism the new Through the Breach? Asking for a friend. I don't think Pen and Prism is very good, honestly. I haven't tested it, granted, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But like, we have quite a bit of colorless cards, and you know, they're not really good if you're playing print, and they make your Pen and Prisms not very good. 6-1 2-0 versus BG Rock. Oh, good catch, Naughty Boy. Give me 1 second. Let me update the deck list. Because I did some edits and I did 2 Coalition Relics and 1 Explorer. It's possible that that Explorer should be just the 29th land. But like I was saying, like, Explorer was amazing in the last league. Last league we played with only a single Coalition Relic and 2 Explorers, and it was nuts. Naughty Boy 1990, thank you for that follow. 70 viewers, wow, that's insane. I think this is my new record with like no big hosts or anything like that. We got a couple of hosts though, so I appreciate people who hosted earlier or rated or whatever it is you guys did. Thank you very much. But yeah, welcome everybody. We're just jamming some Primeval Titans down our opponent's throats. You two. This hand is pretty solid. So the way we're gonna sequence, depending on what, I guess this depends on what we're up against. Yeah, I still like the canopy. Put him also 6. Depending on how my opponent sequence, like what they lead on, I'm going to lead on to. Did my opponent just put me on the play? Okay, so this screams 8 rack to me, and if that's the case, then I want to lead on Calling Garden. Oh, I chose to be on the play. Maybe I chose to be on the play and I just messed it up. All right, never mind. We're still fine. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. We're just fine. Just fine. We're just fine. So what I should have done, I should have led on Teleria West on turn 1, and then when on my second turn I untap. On my second turn I untap, I play the colony, it will untap itself, and then I scout it. Oh yeah, dude! Aaron Kent, thank you very much for that subscription. Welcome back yet again to the Primetime Stronghold. What? That's a weird, sketchy play from my opponent. But it doesn't matter, cause we got a Titan. Good afternoon, man. Thank you again for the subscription. And if anybody in here is enjoying what you guys see, please remember to hit that follow button first of all. And if you really enjoy the content, you can also subscribe just like Aaron Kent did right now. And you can get access to this awesome primetime emote that you see in chat right now. It's pretty freaking sweet. Okay, so we're going to haste. And then we have a couple of options actually. We have a pack to pay for. I'm not going to play around main deck Blood Moon. That part is for sure. Not playing around main deck Moon. However, my opponent having multiple Soulscar mages means that Double Bolt kills my Titan. I think that with the Teleria West in hand and having access to a bounce land already, I want to go for Crossroads. Let's do Crossroads Simic. Vesuva the Simic. I think I'd rather just like find the Simic. I don't think I wanna fetch Vesuva yet. Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna go for this. I definitely want double green, of course, because otherwise we'll lose the game, so that's probably not good. I want to make sure that I have as much life as I can. And I guess I play out the Walkie Bee this turn. The other alternative that I was thinking was to try to get Simic plus to get Simic plus Gemstone, bouncing the Boros Garrison, and then transmute for another Pact next turn. That might also have been correct. So my opponent gets a shit ton of prowess triggers, and then what? Yeah, I guess you have a good point. Like Soulscar Mage doesn't change the fact that Double Bolt kills my dude anyway. That's a really solid Faithless looting right there, though. No. Oof. That's huge. Okay, so here I am chomping with Ballista, and I'm not blocking with Prime Time. My opponent cannot kill me here, but I want to keep my life total as high as possible. Sure, we go to 18. No, I didn't see it. If you get a link, you feel free to share it in chat. Yeah, so there's the oof. Dude, we saved this primetime saved us so much life. It's insane. So much life. That's crazy. That's I mean, not an insane draw, but it's fine. So next turn we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3 transmute, 1, 2, yeah. So we have still enough to transmute plus Titan. My opponent has 0 cards in hand. I think I like my position right here. I think I like our spot. Yeah, they get like a couple of triggers, but they are not going anywhere because they have 0 cards in hand. So they either have a land in order to keep going, or they have... I guess worst case scenario would be like they drew exactly got shot. They drew exactly got shot, and they still... Like, best case scenario is they swing for 9, which is simply not enough. I'll take my chumps while I have access to them. This is gonna be blue, and we drew the Asusa anyway, so it doesn't matter. Someone respect. We're gonna do Asusa first. So this being able to play Asusa there means this is very easily lethal. Play this, play this, play this. So now we have a 5, 6. Gonna bounce this, sure. Now it's a prime time. No, actually. I messed it up by my opponent. I should have left their red floating so I can get Vesuva and copy the Kavita Crossroad. It's like completely minimal. My opponent's dead anyway. Alright, so this deck again. I honestly forgot how we sideboarded before. I think we did some of this, we did some of this, we did a couple of this, we did this, we did this, and we did bring some Path to Exiles, right? We ended up not liking the Spell Pierces, I think. Even if they had dumped 2 Phoenix Gutshot, it wouldn't have made enough because they would have still be missing 1 extra spell. And even if they did have access to 3 spells, that's still not lethal, so I'm still fine. How can I sell my iPad? Can't see the button for it. I think you do it like so, or like so. There we go. That's the link right there. War 42 lock. Thank you, by the way. So white is for removal. Yes, indeed. Court for 5. We played against this matchup earlier today, and I was not a fan of the Pierces because they end up with like a ton of lands in play. So the Pierces ended up being a little bit lackluster. However, it's possible that on the draw I should bring them in just because of how bad Blood Moon is for us. Maybe. Maybe I'll bring 1 Pierce. 1 Pierce in place of Cavern of Souls. Yeah. Berserker. Okay, let's try it. Alright. Yikes. So we have access to Piers, so we have no lands to play. Man, if this were a gemstone, I would keep this in a heartbeat, but it's not, so I'm gonna mulligan. Okay. Don't think I want that. I'm gonna lead on Tolerion 1. Then I guess Stronghold on 2. Tolerion 1. I guess Ghost Squatter on 2. Correct Art Manamorphose. Just don't have the nuts, please. Just don't have the nuts. I can beat the non-nuts. But if they have like 2 Phoenixes, even 1 Phoenix would be probably good enough to kill us. With this land is just very, very slow. Probably even a single Phoenix kills us. Oh, I forgot to bring in the Tormod's Crypt. I'm not convinced this card is insane in the matchup, but it probably is worth bringing in. No, thank you. Thank you, Doug BTV. So we can play a chump blocker, or we can play around Blood Moon. Considering Blood Moon like straight up kills us, I'm going to choose to play around Blood Moon. All right, so tap out for Moon and just let's keep going with our day. Oh, damn it! Now I can't tap out. I can't do the Moon thing. Yikes! 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 All right, one time no Moon. One time no Moon. It's just like the upside is so high because we actually get to Titan next turn if my opponent doesn't kill us. War22 Lock, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Show some love in the chat, please. Primetime it up. Pact for Azusa kills us in the face of Blood Moon, so I'm not really into that. Okay, we're gonna put a charge counter here. We're going to take 5 more. Jeez. Alright, that's an amulet. Green. Okay. Okay. Let's think. I'm at 7. I play this amulet out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana plus 2 from the garrison. That means that I can cast my Titan and I can also haste it if I Vesuva Stronghold, and then I can on the attack trigger get Kavita Crossroads plus, yeah, I think I'm going for it, and I also have access to negate mana. So that's pretty sweet. Oh no, I cannot haste. I have the Boros Garrison. That's my bounce land. Yikes. Okay. Let's try this again. Yeah. No, naughty boy. I cut myself before doing it. I can't actually haste because I drew both of my pieces. Question: do I go squatter myself to play around a potential Blood Moon? I think I'm gonna need Distillery West, so I don't. Yeah, okay. So I want to prime time. I want to probably bog. Now I don't think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I care about bogging actually. So we're gonna tap for green because we already have the negate in hand. Yeah. So we're gonna do prime time. And we're going to do Tolaria plus Kavira Crossroads. No, because that would kill us, because we have a pack to pay for. So we're gonna do Simic Growth plus Kavita Crossroads. Yes. Damn, I really wish I didn't have this Colony Garden in my hand. I really wish I didn't have this Colony Garden in my hand. By playing around Blood Moon on the early turns, I messed this up. What does... Yeah, exactly. Great player 1. That doesn't accomplish much. I think it's going to have to be... I just don't want to die to like random... This is hard. It's really hard. Because if my opponent has like Shattering Spree or something and they target Coalition Relic twice, I cannot pay for my Pact on upkeep and I die. But I really want to gain some life. Damn it. Well, I guess I can go squatter myself on upkeep still. That's still a play that's available to me. So... Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so cool. So, we're gonna do this. And if my opponent blood moons me, I'll just counter it. And if my opponent... instead of blood mooning me, tries to, you know, go for something else, then I can go squatter myself on upkeep, destroying probably the Boros garrison. Man, it's so awkward that I drew both the stronghold and the garrison. Yeah, Kalni sometimes is just like Kabira with upside. It's crazy. My opponent thinks. Let's see what they got going on over there. They didn't bolt me, right? They discarded that lightning bolt to Faithless Looting. What does that mean? Here, by the way, I'm forced to block, right? That's not a question. I am flat out forced to block. And if they have two lightning bolts in hand and they point one at the prime time and the other one at my face, I will probably lose. No, because I can counter the second one. Ooh, no attacks. That's really good for us. Like, very, very, very good. A braid on relic. Yeah, that one we negate, I think, right? I can go squatter myself and hold up this for... If I Jiku myself, though, that's 1, 2, 3. So I can't stronghold anyway. So I think I can simply abrade here, and that's gonna be better. Okay, cool. By the way, just wanted to point out again how insane Coalition Relic has been this game as well. So I activate here. I can Kalni, get a blocker on attack, Vesuva, copy Kalni, and Bojukebog. That seems like the best case scenario for me. I still have blue for this. I guess my opponent can still like moon me, but if they spend their turn mooning, that means that I can still attack next turn. So I think I'm happy with this. So Bog and Vesuva, copy Kalni. Bog you. Yeah, I think Dom really he really knocked it out of the park with Coalition Relic. I have been so impressed by the card. Moon here would be annoying. Skewer the critics. Targeting my Primeval Titan. You got it. Are they gonna swing? So they're representing Gutshot here, which is fine. I'll take the bluff. Alright, so now we have no packs to pay for. We can transmute for Titan. 1, 2, 3. So this is a transmute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is game over. That would be 6, 8, and then I can find Double Strike land too. So this is game over. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess now we can like GQ the Bojuku Bog, right? It's the least relevant land at this point. I've already bogged them, and I kind of want to have access to this. So yes, we're gonna do Gemstone plus Gemstone, I guess. Yeah, sure. So now we haste the new Titan. We play this out. Oh, did I just fuck this up? I think I just messed this up because now I can't double strike because I think I run myself out of... I didn't notice that I had 2 gemstones in hand. I'm so dumb. Yeah, I don't have red anymore. I guess I got a little bit ahead of myself there. I guess I just got a little bit ahead of myself. Damn it. I'm just dumb. That's frustrating. I still think we're fine. But... No, I sided out Ballista. I don't think the card is very good in the matchup. I mean, again, this game was won already, right? I just punted. So... it's just me making a mistake. That's the only issue, you know? So... I guess I can explosives on 1 to make sure that I don't die. Have 2 basic forests in play. OP goes down to 1. There's no way that with 3 mana and 2 cards in hand they can kill 2 titans. So I think, yeah, I think the best at this point, and now that I punted, the best way to fix it is here. Damn, that was bad. That was real bad. That was real bad. Looting into double Phoenix into Bolt kills me, actually. I deserve to lose this game. That was so bad. Okay, so they don't have enough. Okay, they can get 3. They can find 2 more Phoenixes and I die. It will need to be exactly the top 2 cards of their deck. Whoa, I'm going to go down to 1. That's crazy. Don't tell me they have the gut shot in hand. Don't tell me they have the gut shot, because that would be heartbreaking. That would be such a bad punt. That would be such a bad punt. Oh, they can't cast it! That's hilarious! They can't cast the gut shot! Yes! They cannot pay to life. Oh my god, that's awesome. That was insane. Gut shot is not free, my friends. Gut shot, it's not free. Oh, that was great. That was insane. Wow, that's hilarious. My opponent must be on such tilt. The Capitalist Pig, thank you for your follow. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Damn, that was hilarious. Wow. Wow, we're just beating Mono Red Phoenix deck left and right, huh? Alright, 2 more matches to go. 2 more matches to go. Today, no, we're currently 5-0 actually, because we were already 3-0 in the previous league that I played. Yes, please. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Whoa. Bye bye DNT. Thanks again for hanging out today. Really appreciate it. I wonder if this is Whir of this or this is. So this is one of the rare cases where even though I have a scout, I'm actually interested in playing Amulet on one because this will allow me to play Azusa plus Relic next turn. So I think that I am going to name this Unhuman and play Amulet. Next turn I can Sanctuary, unless they Damping Sphere me if they are playing. Hashtag wrecked. Well, my opponent found their one-off. I guess my opponent found their one-off. I guess. Magic's great. Magic's freaking great. I guess I want to still play Teleria here. And still hold the Sanctuary. I mean, now this is going to add colorless mana, which of course is much worse than adding 2 mana. However, I still think this is correct. So now we're going to have a turn 4 Titan instead of a turn 3 Titan, which is very unfortunate. Welding Jar, it's only annoying if they also find the stupid, what's his name? Now this one is interesting though. I think do we Azusa or do we Relic? I think we Relic. I think we Relic. And then of course we cannot play Scout, so I'll just put a charge counter here. Alright, so now let's just not find an Ensnaring Bridge. As long as they don't find like a Whir or something like that, we should be fine. Pirate Spellwind is okay, I don't care about that card. They could still have access to Whir though. Green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't have enough mana. So I'll play out this, hopefully baiting hopefully baiting this crack. Man, we had an insane draw, and just my opponent had an insane draw. Just don't have the Whir, they have the Whir. Shit. I think we lose now. Ugh. Yeah, this matchup is horrible. This matchup is very, very bad. At this point, I think we can only win if my opponent makes a mistake. Wow, we were so punished. If I had led on Scout, we would have been able to tighten the previous turn. We were so punished, but like I was not gonna be able. They only win this game. They literally only way that they win this game is if they have exactly Damping Sphere on 2, which is a one-off. So I was not going to be playing around that, you know. Yeah, this match was so bad. Okay, so what can we do here? I guess the best we can do is to transmute for Pact of Negation, so they cannot like find more of their lock pieces. How do I transmute though? So this is second land drop. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. This is 4. So this is all the colorless mana that I need. And now we tap the Gemstone for green. We cast Titan. At this point, we're probably wasting clock, honestly. I think we're extremely unlikely to win this game. Like, insanely unlikely. I guess our other alternative is to draw Kalni and then find the other thing. What's his name? And then find Stronghold. You have to be kidding me. Whoa. That's insane. That's literally their best top deck. Like, bar none. Oh my god. Oh, this deck is so freaking good. Oh. That's so absurd. Okay, so we're gonna put a charge counter here, and we're going to reset this gemstone. We do need the counters here. That's so ridiculous. My opponent with the god top decks. Granted, like a lot of their deck is insane right now, right? So it's not like that was like the only card that gets them there. Like Whir of Invention gets them there. That's why the deck is so good. Okay, green steerings. Hopefully we find. We kind of need to find a Ghost Squatter or something like that. We already cast a spell. So this will mean more mana next turn because of Scout. And that's about all I can do. I only have one explosive and they already have Welding Jar in play. So explosives is not going to cut it. Alright, we can concede now. That's insane. Oh my god. That really is hilarious. So we can take out a couple of pacts. They are awful in the face of of what's his name in the face of Chalice. I'm gonna leave the Pact of Negation because of the upside, but I don't think Explosives is that good since it's usually the first thing that they name with Spyglass. So I can't believe we had an insane draw and my opponent just had a more insane draw. An insaner draw. I don't think I could. The only no, there's literally no way that I could have beaten that draw, I guess. My opponent had exactly the perfects. If I had played a Scout on 1, an Amulet on 2, I would have been able to also play a Susa. No, I would not, because they were on the play, and that's when they played the Damping Sphere. I have to admit this run was absurd, said my opponent. I agree. It really was like probably like the nuttiest draw. Also, my opponent, maybe my opponent knew I was an Amulet because, well, that's all I freaking play. Where's the Hercules I was talking about? Right. Damn. Hercules or Cross and Grip. I guess I keep this. Amulet on 1, hold up negate on 2. Hopefully go places with this hand. Yeah, I mean, I would assume they side out Witchbane Orb. And I would assume that they are not thinking about slamming Chalice. Yeah, that's a good play from my opponent. And I would also assume that they are not slamming like Chalice on 2. They still need to like slam it on 0 and on 1 before. I cannot Explosives on 0 yet. I cannot Explosives on 0 yet because it would get countered by the Chalice. So I need to find and I need to wait until I find the colorless source. Spells Guide. Shoot. Mahalek, thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. That's not awful. I mean, it is pretty bad. It doesn't really do anything yet, but it might propel me into the mid game a little bit faster. Why are they? Okay. Play out a Susa. Play this. I think I'm packing for Titan and just hoping to draw a colorless land. Vesuva counts, of course. I'm going to negate this, by the way. Negate this. There we go. Good job, Moto. Dude, like, Welding Jar is busted. Welding Jar is freaking busted. I guess I do this now. I guess I do this now. Do I transmute for Ballista? damn, like whatever I transmute for, they're just gonna get it. Yeah. Whatever they transmute, they're just gonna lock it out. It's insane. It's insane. Ugh. Ha 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 ha. That's fun. Oh, actually. Actually, now I can explosives on 0 thanks to the Celestia Center. That's funny. That's really funny. Would I rather explosives on 2 though? Dude, they have... Oh no, they don't have blue. I think I'd rather explosives on 2 actually. Because this allows me to pay for Pact. Yes. Yes. I could Pact for Sage here? No, I cannot. Never mind, there's a chalice on 0 on the board. Wow, this is insane. Wow, this matchup is so bad. What's up, Hades? How you doing? Oops. Alright, there we go. Sorry. My Twitch just crashed. How do I counter this? Oh, this is so hard. Oh, I cannot counter this. Never mind. So I should have attacked with Scout. That was my bad, because I cannot deal with this chalice. That's the bridge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 6, 8. As far as Ballista mana goes. Do I want to Ballista here? Alternatively, damn it, I should have thought about this before making my plays. Alternatively, I can 1, 2, 3. I can transmute for a colorless land. Then I transmute for a colorless land, play it. Then I have... Oh no, I don't have explosives anymore. I'm dumb. Alright, here we go. I'm going to transmute for Ballista. Man, this is so bad. Oh, why do we only have 38 viewers? We had like 80 a second ago. No, there's 2 explosives. But I can't explosives on 0 because there's a chalice in play. Twitch had an issue, damn it. Damn you, Twitch. Getting my viewers from me. It really sucks when that happens. Yeah, we float this here. And one more. Okay, now we're going to transmute for Walkie B. And we play a Ballista on 4. here comes the Spyglass. Ha! The Spell's Guide. Damn it. So I will take my 3 damage here while I can. There's the Skite. Okay, that's not terrible. So this is... One, two. So this is going to be the second ballistic count. They for sure have Whir in hand. They 100% have Whir in hand. I will need to tap my Scout to put 1 more counter on this. Bounce this. Put this +1/+1 counter. Shoot you. This is to enable me to attack through Ensnare Bridge. Okay, so that means they don't have access to... That means they don't have access to Whir in hand, which is pretty good for me. Because otherwise they would have Whirred right there. Now they're kind of forced to kill the Azusa. They don't block anything. Okay. So this was 1 free damage that I was able to make, which is sweet. One free extra damage. So take 4 here and pass the turn. Nice. Nice. Well, I guess that's good for me to an extent. Because that card is very good against me. So let's stir first, see what we find. Amulet is actually pretty solid here, because this means that now I'm going to make massive amounts of mana with each one of these land drops. Meaning I'm actually going to be able to kill this Skite. So they need to find the... They need to find the Spyglass, like, right now. They need to find the Spyglass ASAP. 2... in before they top deck Whir, right? So let's do this once. Let's do this twice. Let's do this another time. Boom. Boom. I kind of want this mana to clean so I can do it more quickly. I think I'm gonna do this right now, actually. So my opponent cannot do like stuff in response or whatnot. Bounce. Alright. Don't draw the nuts, please. Just draw land. Just draw land. Just draw land, please. Drum roll. Yes. Yes. Okay, okay. That's a whiff. It's an annoying land, but it definitely counts as a whiff. Unfortunately, we cannot. If they take edge, we cannot save this. So this take edge is gonna stop one ballista counter. Yeah. That's cool though. That take edge literally just stops the ballista counter. And now they cannot activate take edge anymore. So this is the second one. That's an early concession. They were not dead. That's an early concession. They were not dead yet. They had one more turn to top deck Spyglass. I'll take it though. Scrotus McGee. Scrotes McGee. Yes, I have been playing 4 paths in the sideboard for a long time now. Is it crazy that we want Path to Exile in this matchup? Am I crazy to think that we might want Path here? To kill Spellskite and to exile it, even through a... You know what? I think we might want this. Spellskite is literally one of the best cards in their deck. One of the best cards in their deck. I'm just not a fan of the spell pierces. Yeah, Inquisitor Jesus, we are... It's been like 2.5 hours. It's not been like the longest stream I've done. I think I want Path over Spell Pierce. As crazy as that sounds. No, but just because of Spellskite. Spellskite is absurd against us. It is crazy good. We're gonna do a split like this and see what happens, even though those two cards are definitely a numbo. I guess this is a keep. Turn 1 Scout into turn 2 Amulet into hope we find the bounce land. Yeah, I think it's a keep. Our boy just doesn't really win this matchup usually. I've died to like Bridge plus Bottle Cloister a little bit too many times. Don't get me wrong, I would still bring Rurik in the matchup. I'm just saying it's not game over. It's most definitely not GG's against this deck. Don't chalice me, bro. Don't chalice me, bro. That's a Spyglass, okay. Maybe they name... Scout? Alright. I mean, there's no chalice, so... Let's steer first. There's the bounce line, we need it. Sweet. So we cannot ramp with this anymore. Let's see what my opponent does here. That's kind of annoying. They cannot wear over the... Ooh. Whew. That's pretty sick, actually. Okay, let's think. Pact for Asusa doesn't do it. In fact, it opens me up to Tech Edge, which I'm not particularly excited about. If this deck's going up, it's not to use Kataki. Why would we? I think we have better options than Kataki. I think Hercules Recall is a better option. I think Crowstone Grip is a better option. I really wanna reset these gems. Wow, this Spyglass on Scout, it's really doing it actually. I'm not gonna play a 3-mana 2/2 that costs me to sacrifice a land, so I'm just gonna let this. I'm just going to attack here. Next turn we can Azusa on Titan, though it doesn't get land, so I have to be careful. Alright. So now they know my hand. I'm considering Ghost Squatter in their Tectonic Edge. Because this deck edge is going to stop my Titan next turn. Ugh. This is so bad. This is so freaking bad. This Torpor Orb is doing serious work. The good thing is they cannot tap out this turn, which is something, I guess. There's the bridge. Oh, never mind. They can just like slam this bridge. And I can't attack with this Titan, so this does literal nothing. Jeez, I hate this deck so much. So Rexage doesn't do anything. Rexage doesn't do anything. Prime Time doesn't trigger. We're in a lot of trouble here. You see, this is why I don't like Spell Pierce in the matchup. I think we're dead here. Unless I want to make some kind of gross mistake. Damn, that Torpor Orb though. That Torpor Orb was completely absurd. Please sacrifice your Ghost Squatter? Your Tectonic Edge, I guess. Please. Yeah, they don't bite it. Man, this is very rough. This is very rough. I also just noticed that whatever we do, it just doesn't really matter anyway. Guess I'm going for the Bottle Cloister. X equals 5, and I'm sitting with this Spell Pierce here. Yep, this is why I don't like this card. Whatever they have, they can even get back with Academy. That's also something to consider. Yeah. This, my friends, is a combo. And at this point, it is game over. That doesn't help me. Just doesn't do enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Four. Why did I count 5? No idea. Yeah, we're dead. We are indeed very, very dead. What do you mean? No, this is not a triggered ability. A triggered is when it says when something enters the battlefield. This one is enters the battlefield with. So the words that they use are actually very relevant. I mean, I guess we can kill the Spellskite and then they just regenerate it. Oh my. Oh my. This is not looking good for the home team. We're not gonna be able to get a second 5-0. So unlucky. Not getting a second 5-0. Double welding jar. Holy crap. How will they eventually kill me? They have main deck, they deck you. They deck you with Hypno Rivulet and Crucible of Worlds. And post board they bring in stuff like Tezzeret. The Tezzeret that ultimates and deals and drains you for a bunch. Yeah, this is the full lock here. Yeah, this is the full lock. I'm just gonna concede this. This is not worth for us to keep going. My opponent got it. Ah, yeah. Damn, that deck, man. So good. I kind of love it. So, for people that don't know it, here it is. This is the deck. And main deck, it decks you with Hypno Rivulet. And then they basically play this every turn and they Crucible, or your opponent just concedes, which is, it's usually what happens because, you know, people value their time to an extent. And then post board, like in the Amulet matchup, for example, I think you want to bring in Tezzeret, Agent of Bolas. And the Tess ultimate kills you pretty damn quickly. The first time I played against the card, I didn't notice that they only need to plus it once, and then it can ultimate on the very next turn, which is pretty amazing. Okay. Gonna keep this. Playing against humans. Yep, that's humans. That's a pretty reasonable draw. I like that draw. So it's still good versus Affinity. That's so they have, and that's the big problem. They have access to Welding Jar. Welding Jar means that they can just like regenerate all the artifacts that they actually care about. And I think what I was thinking of is this card. This card, they have no way to play around it unless they live in Witchbane Orb in their deck, which they probably should not against me. So that is the sideboard card that I'm looking at. If that deck happens to, you know, get out of hand and get like very, very good and people are really playing it a bunch. Weird person would try to focus on what else? Destroy all artifacts in this. So the other alternative is Cross and Grip. Cross and Grip was the other card that I was looking at that might be reasonable. By the way, what we're looking at here is one of the on stream. This is the first time that Canopy has been, you know, a little bit on the bad side because we're taking a lot of damage from it. But yeah, I mean, from time to time you just get it. What? When Sage of Epicure enters the battlefield, look it up for cards of your library, put them back in any order. That doesn't seem like a modern playable card. I'll take it though. My opponent wants to make that deck bad. I will second that. Yeah, so... Whoa. Okay, so my opponent is playing some weird version of humans over there. Is this gonna be Magus of the Moon main deck? No, Mantis Rider. Okay. No! Well, I mean, I guess they got me there. Okay, so let's play an Amulet. So here I can cast Azusa. Let's see how my next turn is going to look like. I can cast Azusa, which will then give me access to casting Trinket Mage. So let's start here. Let's see if I can prevent myself from losing life to Canopy anymore. So we bounce here. Then Sakura bounce, that leaves me with 1 mana left, and then I bounce twice and I can fetch another Amulet, and then that gives me the win next turn. My opponent's gonna swing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna have access to 2 blockers. Yeah, I like this. I think we can do this. I don't think we get... there's Thalia in play. And I think it's better for me to set up the kill for next turn. I think it's better for me to set up like the actual kill for next turn. Cool. And then we're gonna play this one more time. And this will give me access to Trinket into Amulet. Alternatively, I can play a second Trinket here instead of this Amulet and get yet another Amulet. Is that better? I think it is because it gives me 1 extra blocker. So yeah, so we're gonna do this instead. Unless my opponent has like Mantis Rider into Mantis Rider, I think we're gonna be fine. They would need to have exactly double Mantis Rider here. To create other creatures you control, and he have to tap 2 to give it first strike. Okay. So we're gearing up. We're gearing up. Fortunately, none of my opponent's creatures have evasion. So I think unless my opponent top decked Meddling Mage, which they did not have because they would have played it at end of turn. So unless my opponent top deck exactly Meddling Mage, because even cycling off this Canopy doesn't do it, I don't think. So they need to have top deck exactly Meddling Mage. If they do, I guess they get to win the game. If they don't, then we win. That's pretty much all it comes down to. That's one Mantis Rider. Okay, what else? Okay. We're beating this. One, two, three, four, five, six. So if I trade here and here, I'm dead to Malcontents. But if I block here, I take 1 less, but I'm still dead to Malcontents, right? Because they deal 5. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna trade. And I don't want to jump because if I cannot really afford to jump, because if my opponent has Reflector Mage, I die. They do have the Meddling Mage. Of course they do have the Meddling Mage. Yep. Of course they have the Meddling Mage. Please name Amulet. 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 Nope. My opponent made the correct play instead of the bad play. Very, very unlucky. Very, very unlucky. We still have one out, which is to cycle into Tolaria, or we can still cycle into Tolaria or exactly explosives. So let's go for it. Tolaria or explosives? Nope. I guess Tolaria explosives or ballista would have done it. Tolaria explosives or ballista win the game there. Yep, that's it. Alright, good game. Alright, let's try... Post-cyborg things get much better for us. So that's cool. Jigabog out. We take out a couple of pacts. They're not great in the face of Thalia. Same thing with Ancient Steerings. And... one more card, probably. How do I pronounce my name? Francisco Pavlushek. Pavlushek. It's the name. It's kind of weird. So I don't fault anybody for pronouncing it wrong. I don't really get upset or anything. In fact, funny story, I only learned to pronounce my last name after watching Canister. Canister taught me how to pronounce my last name. That's that's literally a thing that happened, which I find really funny. Yeah, fine hand. We have interaction with the explosives. We have a turn 2 amulet, turn 2 amulet into scout, and then that will allow us to Titan on 3 because we have even a second bounce land. So I think this draw is very good, unless they have like turn 1 dismember or something like that, which would mess with our plans, or turn 2 like the guy that destroys the guy that destroys artifact. I can't remember the name, but it doesn't seem like they do. So bounce this, play this out, pass. Turn 2 meddling mage would be annoying because it would force me into explosives on 2. However, it would not be game winning. Thalia's lieutenant, yeah. This should be... Yep, this is definitely enough. So we're going to play Tolaria. Harqualada 7, thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. So we're gonna Titan here, which we can haste, and this is pretty much game over. My opponent cannot realistically win anymore. It's prime time. Boros Garrison, Slayer Stronghold. Yeah, this hand was very good. This hand was very good. We haste. We have no packs to pay for, so we don't need to worry about Damping Sphere or anything like that. We simply are doing our thing, and my opponent is dying. It's pretty straightforward. Let's game some life and get some other dudes. I assume my opponent is gonna know that I'm playing explosives, but still I think I'm just gonna hold it, because I don't know, maybe I want to put it on something that's not too... I really doubt it, but at this point, like, nothing that we do really matters because my opponent cannot win. Let's say that they do the best possible thing they can do, which is Reflector Mage my Titan here. I just go ahead and get a... what's his name? They messed up their sequencing there too. They could have put more counters on their stuff. Do they have an instant speed human? Reflector Mage is the best thing they can do. They Reflector Mage my Titan. I transmute for Hornet Queen, and that's game. Yeah, so they do have the Reflector Mage. It basically delays their death. That's literally all it does. It's definitely all this does. Alright, so transmute. It's gonna be 1. Summoner's Pact. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pact for Hornet Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna do this and this. I guess we can do this for free, and we can keep a counter on our gemstone, which seems better value for us. We can even haste the queen. Well, you know what? Yeah, sure. Let's haste the queen. We're not even dead to Damping Sphere. God hates the queen. you see what I did there? You see what I did there? There's a song, right? It's called God Save the Queen. I just changed the lyrics, you see? You get... This definitely is a pun stream, so if you do not enjoy puns, I'm sorry. But I'm a big fan of puns, so... Alright, let's see. This game seems to be in the books, so let's see if we can beat them in the third game. Oh, right on time, Knight of Autumn. You got it. So my opponent is playing 4 colors, right? Seems like a damn greedy mana base they have going on over there. Ooh, this is new. That I have not seen before. That's very interesting. Maybe that's like a new addition in newer lists. I'm definitely trading this Hornet Queen at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a human. It's a Bedalkin Wizard. Okay. Yeah, I think this is fine. We just take 6 here. They just concede because they realize that they are dead. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have exactly enough mana to Titan, and they die. Cool. I'm starting to think I do not want Celestial Purge. I don't think I want Celestial Purge. It kills Tajik, but I don't think my opponent is playing black. They seem to not be playing freebooters. And this answers Mantis Rider and Tajik, but it doesn't answer Meddling Mage, which is probably like the single card I want to answer the most. Also, maybe I should be bringing in Baloth. It gets outsized a little bit quickly, but it can gain like a turn or two maybe. All right, so for the 4-1. For the 4-1, let's see if we can do it. Okay, so this hand needs some work for sure. But Path to Exile is a very strong card in this matchup, and we do have the Amulet on 1. So I am going to... Damn, my opponent is so good at drawing Nether Vial. Woo! Second Amulet. So now we just need to find a green producing bounce land. If we find a green, preferably a Simic Growth Chamber, I think we win. So we just need a Simic Growth, and we're gonna be fine. What to do here? I think what we do is we cast a Sousa. I think I'm going to leave this gemstone with just a single counter, which is really shitty because it's not going to allow us to prime time next turn. But I still believe that holding the bounce land in hand is just way more valuable. So we garrison here. Opponent missing their land drop is pretty big for us too. They have Path to Exile. That's amazing. Sweet. Well, that's awesome. Well, that is freaking awesome. So I guess we do have... yeah, a playable list on one here. Just kind of like as a tempo play. So I guess we do have double green now. Thanks, opponent. And I think I trade with Noble Hierarch here, but that's like the only thing I trade with. Hierarch? Yes, yes, we definitely kill this. My opponent is missing land drops, so I think this ballista trading with this Hierarch is worth it. We still have a path to trade with their meddling mage, so we should still have that covered. Hopefully this is not a mage. It is a mage. Okay, we can still path it, so no big deal there. I don't want to path it now, though. I don't think I want to path it now. So we're just going to pass. If they do want to path this scout, that was what I was going to say. If they want to pass this scout, then I was going to go for it. But another Vial. Vial resolves. Now with Vial at 3, never mind. That's annoying. Yeah, that's very annoying. So I guess we don't win anymore now. That's a blue source. So we can... do we EE on one? No, that's too greedy. So they don't have a clock yet. So I am going to play out Teleria. Man, oh, this whole game has been so awkward. We're going to play Garrison. We're gonna bounce here, the Garrison itself again. And what we're gonna do is we're going to mage for another amulet and play it out. And now, even if they answer the second amulet, I can still path plus Titan next turn. Finally, my opponent delayed their death for a really long time. Unless they have like second meddling mage on prime time, or if they like mage naming path, which would be very unlikely. So they can't attack with meddling mage. They just swing for 3. They also have just a Vial on 1. Attack with the Knight, please, so you can just make sure that you can't Phantasmal Image it. It looks like we're gonna get a 4 on 1. Looks like we're gonna win this one. Yep. Alright, so we win. Sick. They might have another path to exile, though. So... can we protect against that? So I'm going to play this out. That's gonna be 4 mana. Yeah, I can double Titan, so I can protect myself from path that way. So Boom. And boom. So we path here. That's 3 mana left. 3, 4, 5, 6. This gets Simic plus Tolaria. Bounce Tolaria. I still have 1 land drop left. And I can do 6. Yeah. So I need to bounce. Actually, I can bounce the Simic here, right? Am I mistaken? I definitely need to have this in play by the time I do it. No, I can't. No, I need to use this gemstone cutter. Okay, so never mind. So we're just gonna do it easy. Green and green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Path to exile. Your dude. Second Sunrise. Dude. Or do that. Yes, that deck is the deck is amazing. I'm really glad that you enjoy the primer. I always thought that there's a lot of misinformation about Amulet out there, and nobody seemed to like. I don't want to say care enough, because Edgar cares a lot about the deck, and there's a lot of people that really do care about the deck and take it to the next level constantly. So I don't want to say that there's not enough people that care about it, but no, there's not enough people that, had the time to actually make that happen, So I think it just needed to be done at some point, and I guess it had to be me who did it. Okay, packed for another prime time. But yeah, thanks, thank you very much for your comment. It means a lot, because that's why I do it. Why is my opponent not conceding? Just concede, OP. Just concede. Why go for Hornet when I can go for the kill here? I am more interested in just like flat out killing my opponent unless they have exactly Path to Exile, and even if they do, I'm still gonna be crazy ahead on board. So I'm gonna choose to go for that play instead. So Vesuva and Stronghold. Vesuva's gonna copy Water's Garrison. This, I'm gonna do the jumpy thing around amulets. Come on, opponent, you can't beat this. You cannot beat this. Maybe they're gonna path me again. Alright, so we do some of this. I think I'm gonna bounce Bodos Garrison. I only have a single pack to pay for, so it should be fine. I bounce the Vesuva, I mean. Yeah, it's always good. It's always a good habit. They did have the path, you see? So I feel super smart. Okay, so I still have a Tolaria in hand. So what I can do here is my opponent's at 16. If I go for, I cannot go for double strike. Oh, I can go for double strike. Yeah, because I can get Gemstone Mine plus Sun Home. And that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, counting the mana that this path just gave me, so that's great. Which means that my opponent can go to 1, which effectively Stone Rains them and makes them unable to cast Path to Exile anymore. Basically, I'm asking this question because I'm wondering whether I should attack with Trinket Mage as well. Because if I attack with Trinket Mage... Nah, I think I'm just going to attack with Prime Time. But I'm definitely double striking here. I'm already all set up and ready to go for next turn to do more stuff. So... So we're gonna do white, we're gonna do red, then we're gonna float one colorless here, and then we're going to double strike. All right, swing for 16. Opponent doesn't even block. Sweet. Sick. All right. 5-0 into 4-1 makes me very happy. We only lost to the Whir deck, which, as I keep saying, I think the deck is freaking amazing. But yeah, okay, so thoughts on this. Thoughts on this list. What did everybody think? Versus, I guess, 4-color humans. What are people's thoughts about this list? I think Coalition Relic overperformed every single time I cast this card. I just kept getting more and more impressed. It single-handedly won the game against black-green rock that we played today. It single-handedly won the game against the other matchup that we played earlier. Was it the Mono Red Phoenix deck? I think Relic is just amazing, and the more I play with it, the more happy I am with it. So I think I'm going to start playing 2 relics. The only thought that I'm really wondering about is whether I want to make a swap and just not play the Explorer at all and just go back to the 29th land. This will potentially give us either one more white source for our sideboard cards, or the other thing that I'm looking at is another basic. Canopy has been very good in my testing. It basically, I mean, you just saw, like, that was one of the few matches where it came up that the damage was actually relevant, because we were playing against an aggro deck, and Canopy was literally our only untapped land. So we were forced into taking some damage. But besides that, I have like cantripped into a card that I needed at least 4 or 5 times, and this is like literally the only time that the Canopy came up. I don't think it's a vital part of the deck though. If you want to play a Wraith, man, this card, I just cannot pronounce this card. Razor Verge Thicket, whatever, Thicket. If you want to play a Thicket, it's perfectly fine. You can definitely go for this instead. If you're like, in fact, I would do this if I expected, like, 10% burn or something like that. A lot of matchups where the damage actually becomes relevant. But so far, Canopy has been just fine. It's literally like one card in our 28 or 29 line deck. So I think it's perfectly fine. So my thoughts were about that, basically. I think Coalition Relic is very good. And the only cards that I am wondering about are Hercules Recall in the sideboard, mostly against the Prison deck. So I want to test this, and I want to test this. 29 lands, double relic, just no explorers, even though, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I really like the card Explore. I'm going to probably test this in the next stream, not tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to be playing Inquisitor Jesus, very what can I say, people that frequents the stream quite a bit, let's put it that way. He made a donation to the stream, which I really appreciate again, and he wanted me to play Amulet Bloom. This is the list that Pond and Wine won the Modern Challenge yesterday, actually. And I talked to Pond and Wine himself, and he is actually going to be joining me tomorrow. We have to figure out the timing and everything so it works for him. But we're going to be streaming this list tomorrow through a league. At least one league. It's probably gonna be one league, because usually when I stream with guests, I play a little bit slower because there's a lot of talking, even more talking. But this is the list that we're going to be running. That's gonna be tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And the day after that, then that is the list that I'm gonna be testing with the Hercules. Actually, I want to make this change real quick. Let's try this. We just saw against the Whir deck how I was stuck with a Spell Pierce in hand when the negate would have been the nuts. So let's do this split. I was thinking about this last week actually. On Friday I wasn't at FNM and I forgot my negates at home, so I only had 3 Spell Pierces, and the Spell Pierces were not really that good. So I was wondering, I wonder what would happen if I were running negate instead. So something like this is what we're gonna test on the next time. Yes, so this is what we got going on. The new cards are Recall, second negate instead of the first Pierce, second Relic in the main instead of the second Explorer that I run with the list I 5-0'd, and then we're playing the fourth Forest over the other Explorer that we played on the 5-0 list. Sorry, I missed the question. Second Sunrise, why is Relic good? Well, Relic is good because if you cast it on turn 3, it gives you by itself 2 mana of any color, which allows you to, with any ETB untapped land, cast a Titan on turn 4. Even if you don't have as many lands, even with just like 3 or 4 lands, you're still able to cast a Titan thanks to Coalition Relic. And also because it makes mana under both Damping Sphere and Blood Moon. It makes colored mana that you can use to double blue so you can transmute, double green so you can actually cast your Titans, and 2 different colors if you want to play EE on 3 to blow up a moon, or I guess EE on 2 to blow up a Damping Sphere. Yes, I agree, Ades. I think the white version is probably the best right now. Why did people go away from Sigarda in the sideboard? Because the main deck against which you want Sigarda is Control and BGX, and I think that Baloth is good against BGX, not good against Control, but yes, it's good against BGX, good enough against BGX. And there's a lot of aggro happening right now in the modern meta. We played against 2 mono red Phoenix. We played against 4-color humans decks where the Sigarda wouldn't do much, while the Baloth actually can buy you a turn or 2. Inquisitor Jesus, yes, that is correct. It would be awesome. I think that Hardened Scales flat out cannot beat a Hercules Recall. I played Hardened Scales at one event, a single event, and I played against Merfolk. Game 1, the game felt, and the matchup felt unlosable. Game 2s and 3s, my opponent drew a single Hercules Recall on each one of those matchups, and I had 0 chance, like 0 chance. It was completely unwinnable. There's no way you can play around it. So Hercules Recall is also the nuts against Hardened Scales. Not so much against Affinity, but it's still pretty good against Affinity. Alright, so if there are no more questions, and if you have more questions, feel free to shoot them to me in the Discord or here on Twitch, on a Whisper or whatever, Twitter. And speaking of, if you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you do so. Do it. You can get notified whenever I go live. I stream pretty regularly, and you are going to see a lot of primetime action. And speaking of primetimes, there you see them on chat. If you want to help support the stream and you want to subscribe, you get access to this beautiful primetime emote, and of course you get to support me as a streamer, which I really appreciate, of course. Also, you get 1 free subscription every month if you have Amazon Prime. You just need to link your Twitch account to your Amazon account, and you get a free subscription every month. Exactly, just like Cejas over there. You can subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so over there. I always post whichever decks I'm going to be playing, and I always post whenever I'm going live. I also, if you want to check out previous streams, I always upload them to YouTube. That's my YouTube channel right there. You can go in there and you can check out previous streams. If you want to... Oh yeah, join the Amulet Discord. Pretty important. If you want to join the Amulet Discord, that's your link right there. It's a very active Discord. We're always talking about all things Amulet, always updating lists, always sharing experiences. It's very cool. And if you want to help the stream in a different way, you can donate to the stream. Any donation is always very, very welcome and very much appreciated. It helps me keep making content, keep making stuff like this, which you see here. If you want to find a sideboard guide for White Amulet, I didn't charge for this at all, but you know, if you want to help by donating to the stream or by subscribing to the channel, I will of course appreciate it greatly. Any more questions? Because Sigarda will be so good with Restore Balance and Living End. Yeah, you don't need it to win against those matchups. And also usually Restore Balance, if it resolves, it's gonna be in like the first 2 or 3 turns, and it's going to bring you back to 0 lands anyway. So casting their Sigarda is gonna be pretty tough. Same thing with Living End, it resolved very, very early. Anyway, hope to see everybody tomorrow. We will be streaming Pond and Wine's list. Brian, you missed it, but we literally talked about it. No Second Sunrise, there is not. I have still not settled on a list, so it makes no sense for me to update that cyborg guide. However, the cyborg guide that you see right there is going to be extremely relevant to the list that we are playing right here. Just try to use just read the explanations, if that makes sense. Just read the text. Don't worry about the numbers. Because the numbers are relevant. I change my list almost literally every stream, so the numbers mean nothing. Just read the text, understand how the matchup works, and based on that, I will you're gonna be able to make an educated decision. So yeah, no, Brian, what I was saying is that we literally played, we 5-0'd with a list that had -1 relic, +2 explorers, and -1 basic forest, and then we 4-1'd with this list with 1 explorer and 1 less basic forest. So we're moving around with the explorer numbers, and you know, as everybody knows, I actually do like explore quite a bit. So Sad as well, thank you for the follow. So yeah, I always like explore. It's just that I'm testing different things, different configurations. Hopefully I will be able to settle on a list before GPLA. All right, see you guys tomorrow, and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye bye.